Hi everyone, my name is Shama. I'm with Girls and Geese. We're super excited. We have yet another fantastic guest on for our Next Generation series, which highlights young, up and coming jujiteras that are out there tearing up the scene, trying to make a name for themselves, and just having a lot of fun doing it. So today we have a very special guest on. We have Isabel Sarah on with us. Hi Isabel, how are you doing?
Good.
Awesome. So you've been doing jujitsu for a while now. How long have you been training jujitsu?
About since I was 4, so like that'd probably be like
About 2.5 years.
about 2.5 years, I would say.
Awesome. So how did you get started?
So first I started at 99 Jiu-Jitsu, and then like I was like then like COVID and like kids were super big, and like COVID hit, and then like the kids just got bigger, and then like I couldn't really roll with them anymore. So then I had to like more like get more like into a different school that offered a few classes. But then like I had like and like the only reason I really wanted to do jujitsu was to compete and like do stuff like that. And
Awesome.
then and I the second class I ever went to was Gracie Baja, like the second school. Then after then I was like that I did like one tournament, and I really liked to compete. And then I went to and then like they went after that many competitions. So then I went to Atos, um like that's like around me in this area.
Uh-huh.
And then I went over to and like I really liked it, and like I saw a lot of kids that were my size and bigger, and like there are a lot of different color belts, and like I loved autos that I started training here, and I really liked it, and I just got back from class and I did great.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So was it what made you want to compete? Did you see dad competing, mom, anybody else in the family train jujitsu? Or you just saw it
No,
on TV or on the internet?
yeah, and like it looked very fun, and then I was like, yeah, I think I like doing this. And I was like, and like I couldn't, and like I just wanted to do more of it so I could get better.
Awesome. Sometimes it takes a few gyms to find the right one, right? And so now you found the right one for you. And I have to say, you're pretty lucky that you're living right there because that's probably one of the best gyms out there. So you scored with that one. That's awesome. So, what is it about competition that kind of, well, tell us a little bit about your competition. What have you done? Like, what competitions have you competed in and placed and won? Tell me a little bit more about your accolades here.
So I really like I first when I came to Grace, like I didn't compete at all at 99, so I went like straight to Gracie Baja doing one competition, and I got a bronze medal.
Whoa,
and
that's awesome.
and then I was like, I think I should switch. And then I was like, then I found Autos, and then I and like all the kids are really good, and then I thought I could be one of them, and I like had like a faith in me that I could do a competition, and then I did gi and no gi in like this jujitsu, like into like this like kind of fundraiser jujitsu thing,
Uh-huh.
because this boy was really sick, and
Oh, that's
and we
awesome. You
had
did
to
that for
help,
him.
and like I had to help him, and I did gi and no gi, and I won two silver medals. I don't really know what they were, but they're just like two medals. And then I did my first JJ World League, which was a then I won second place. Like, and it looked like really nice. And then I went and then I did another tournament that what I let and like I got like really like I like don't know like and I really got like like my butt was getting really kicked, and then I couldn't, and then I had to, um, then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep training, going hard,
Yeah.
and I was like, I really like to do it. Then
Awesome.
now I'm gonna have, and I didn't win any medals, but it was really fun. I learned a lesson.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, what keeps you going? I mean, I used to compete a lot, and your professor, Angelica, actually beat me, which was really awesome because I got to compete against her because she's really good. But I lost and I lost and I lost. But I think it's important. So, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated to want to keep going out there and competing? What do you love about competing?
It's like really fun, and it feels like I can like be like really good, like Gordon Ryan, Andre Galvao, and like it like and they're really good. So I feel like I could be one of them. Like
Awesome.
and then I was like, I know what? I'm gonna keep training. I'm gonna keep going, even if I win bronze or zero medals. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep going.
That's an amazing attitude at your age. How old are you? You're 7.
7.
7. Wow, you're 7 and you got it all figured out. Wow, I wish I had it figured out when I was your age. I'd wait till I was like older, like 30s or something. So, what are some of your goals going forward? Like, I mean, I know you're 7 years old, you got your whole life ahead of you, but what are some goals that you have immediately? Do you have any tournaments that you're looking toward do?
Yeah. I want to go to Pans and ADCC.
Oh, those
Um
are good ones.
and and like it feel and like I know I can probably do it. And and my goal is to try winning gold. And in class, my goal is to try always get in the back and getting the armbar.
Very cool. Yeah, you have to do those little baby steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tiny, tiny little ones. They add up, and then before long, you're
For
standing up on there on the podium, and you're like, "Hey, how'd I get here?" Oh, it was all those little itty bitty baby steps that you did. That's excellent. So what? So are you in the second grade, third grade?
second,
Second. So what is your favorite subject? What do you like to study in school?
I really like to do PE and art and science.
Very cool. What kind of art do you like to do?
Like painting art, like tie dye type of art, like really flashy.
Very cool. Do you have a tie-dyed gi yet? I've seen those around.
No, I only have I only have a blue gi, two white gis, and one black gi
Nice,
for
nice.
competitions.
So when you think about when I grow up, I mean, it changes a lot when you're 7, but when I grow up, what do you want to be? Have you thought about that?
Yeah,
What do you want to be?
I really want to be a jujitsu teacher, and own my own gym.
Very cool. What would you focus on? Would you focus on teaching kids? Would you focus on teaching adults, everybody? Kind of like what your
Um,
professors do?
Mostly girls.
Mostly girls. That's awesome. Very cool. You guys have a lot of girls on your team, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. You don't find that a lot. And that's something that's really cool that you guys have because there's so many of you. You guys will continue to keep going up the ranks together so you have each other because growing up is hard, man. You're not quite there yet. You're still in the fun part.
Yeah.
But it's cool that you have that support system now with all your girls. What do you guys help push each other? Do you find that that gives you kind of a support system by having so many girls on your team that are around the same age?
Yeah. And like even girls bigger and smaller are all like my friends, and like I made new friends, and like at jujitsu I just love it. And like I'm very socialized, it feels like.
That's awesome. No, that's great. So do you have you guys all gone to competitions before and gone out there and trained and been able to compete and then like cheering each other on and stuff like that? Have
Not
you
not
not yet?
every not every girl, but mostly a bunch.
Yeah. Do a lot of them have the same goals as you, like wanting to be the best out there competing? And
Yeah.
yeah, that helps a lot when you have other people that are wanting to do that also because they push you, right? So tell me a little bit about your schedule. You're training a lot from what it sounds like. How often are you training in a week?
So I train 7 days a week, 2 hours a day. Plus, if I also have a private on Sunday, which I'm and I'm like and like I also have this really nice coach, and and his name's Coach Josh, and he's like a really nice coach, and he trains like really well, and we did a bunch of privates with him.
Very cool. So I saw you did an interview with Coach Nikki, and you're pretty good at doing your interview there. Is that something that you'd ever thought about doing more of?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
you like doing that stuff?
mhm.
Yeah, you have a pretty amazing team there for sure of everybody that you're training. And it's Coach Nikki. I mean, that's somebody to look up to right there. She's amazing. So, who are some of the people that you kind of look up to? I know you said Gordon. Who are some other people that you kind of look up to that you go, wow, I would love to be able to do something like that?
Um, Coach Nikki and almost every good person at in jujitsu, and I look up to almost everybody, especially my dad.
Aw, is your dad trained jujitsu?
He's about to. He's thinking about it. He already got his white gi because Atos allow white gis.
Aw, well, it's good. So you got dad on it. That's pretty cool. Who else are you trying to get in your family to train jujitsu? We could get the whole family. You have
My
a younger,
mom,
your
my
mom. Does
mom, my 1 year old baby sister.
she might be too young.
Mm, I probably train with her.
You can. I've seen them doing like little, the forward rolls. You can kind of guide them and do the
Yeah,
forward
this
rolls.
morning she was like putting her head on the ground and like about to do a forward roll. And like I've been teaching her like on the couch, like she would like stand up like on that, and I would like kind of like twist her legs over her body to kind of get into the movement of doing forward rolls.
That's awesome. Well, so pretty soon, maybe in another year or two, you'll have a training partner at home. And then you throw dad in there and you have another training partner at home. That's
Yeah, the
awesome.
only reason about my dad is that like he's too big. I think he's like he's really tall. He's really tall.
No, but that works to your advantage, right? With jujitsu, we got to use what we have. Like if you're tall, you got those long legs. Have you ever tried to fight around long legs? They're horrible. Like it takes so hard. It's so hard to pass their guard when they got those long legs, you
And
know?
something I also love to do, like if I lose my partner, like I don't
Hmm.
have like there's like no people left, and like it's just like an odd number of kids in my class. I usually like to go with my coaches because I don't really like to rest. I kind of keep going.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you get to roll around with your coaches a lot too. That's like next level training right there. You're training with world champions.
and and I also starting to use this move called like what Coach Josh taught me, and it's called a flamingo single is what you call it. And like you grab the leg, have like a single leg, and then
Uh-huh.
like you put your leg up, and then like take them down.
That's cool. I was gonna ask you, what's your favorite submission?
Rear naked.
Rear naked? I saw that on your Instagram. You're like rear naked choking dad all over the place. That's awesome.
And for adults, and in nogi, I and like if for adults, I like doing wrist locks. Have you seen my video where I went like eh, like where I like say like something about Pismo Beach, then I like now wrist lock the world.
That's awesome. You have such a great attitude for being 7. How are you only 7? You're
I'm
very
like,
for 7. That's
I
awesome.
I started at 4. Now I'm like constantly doing it.
That's awesome. So when you first started, was there a lot of kids there? So you walked in and there was a lot of kids in the class, or has it grown a lot since you've started?
And when I was in 99, there was some kids bigger than me, like, and like
Mhm.
they kind of like when I was that like 4, I would be like they looked like adults to me. They're like super tall. And then like we switched schools to Gracie Baja, and then and then I was like, I think I want to do some more competitions, but the kids were still my size.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to Atos, and I found out how much better those kids were. And then I was like, and like I got my butt kicked when I started, like by like little tiny white belts. Then
No.
and like they would be like like smaller than me even. Now I'm like the kids that used to beat me, I'm beating them.
That's awesome. What is it? So when you were first coming in there and you realized, wow, these people are really good, and I'm getting my booty kicked over here. Was that hard for you? Like, did you? I mean, I'm gonna admit it. I've cried
Yeah.
leaving jujitsu. Have you cried leaving jujitsu?
Yeah, like tears were always dripping down my
Oh.
face when they came out, and like I always had to wear ice packs because I was like always hurt. Like and like I also once this day I was training at Apex, and then
Uh-huh.
like I did, and then like I was like doing some parkour, and then like when I was jumping on the trampoline, I extended my leg, and like I
Oh,
hyper extended it,
oh, that's
and then I did jujitsu on that like 5 days later, and then I
mm-hmm.
had to take a rest, but now I'm still back and keep going.
Oh, that's awesome. So how did you get through? Like for somebody who's, feeling really discouraged, like, oh, I'm so bad at jujitsu. I can't get any arm bars. I'm getting my booty kicked all over the place. What advice would you have for them to like keep going? Because it sounds like you just naturally have this built-in resilience, right? You just like, I just want to keep fighting, right? You're a fighter. But what would you tell other little kids that maybe walk into a gym and have a hard time and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore? What would you tell them to keep going?
I would be like, we all have hard times in jujitsu or anything, like doing like like even when you're like little, you had trouble doing standing and walking, and we all had troubles like that. But all we need to do is keep going, and you can do this.
That's awesome. Like I said, you're little Yoda over here.
Yeah.
Oh, so tell me something maybe tell me about something about you that I couldn't have found on your Instagram. What else do you enjoy doing with your time? What else are some fun things that you like to do with your family or any other hobbies that you
Um.
have?
Usually, I would like to like. Well, this is usually just me and my dad, really, and like in the like on summer or like breaks, like spring break or summer vacation. We like if like we didn't really want to go on vacation, we would just every morning we would just wake up at like 6 a.m. doing workouts, and like I had this video on Instagram that when like the shortcut is a lie, and like I kept and like it was by Jocko Willing, and like he kept motivating me.
That's awesome.
And like I have this patch that's made from him, and it
Uh-huh.
says "Way of the Warrior Kid," and this is about everything.
That's awesome. Very cool. So I know a lot of little girls, once they get a little bit older than you, they start to kind of lose interest in jujitsu. This is a trend I've seen. I've been training jujitsu for 19 years, and I see a lot of little girls when they're tiny, they get all into it, but then by the time they hit like 12, 13, somewhere in that, when they start hitting
11.
puberty. Yeah, they start dropping off. Why do you think that is? I'm curious. I mean, you're so wise. I'd love to get your perspective on it. Why do you think they stop at that point?
It's probably because they never really wanted to do, they were really just didn't really wanted to do it anymore, because they're nah, I got over it. And and once I was actually feeling like that on my last JJ World League, and I was I really want to quit jujitsu. Then I kept going, and because I felt better because about myself, because it was my heart that was guiding me through my life. And so I kept thinking about what I could do, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna quit, and it's all right. It's almost everybody sometimes loses, and even if you were it doesn't matter about a medal or the trophy. It just all that matters is about you focusing on your goals.
Look at you. You're so wise. That's awesome. No, I think I think you nailed it, So for somebody who's like, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore," and they're just kind of frustrated like that, what steps would you tell them, hey, maybe you should take a break and just kind of think about it? Or would you say, hey, let's get back on the mats, let's have fun, let's keep going?
I would be like, hey, we can take a little break. You just think about that gold medal one day in your hand. It'll be amazing to write, and if they said I'll never get that gold medal, but I'll give them encourage, and then a few days, and the day they get that gold medal, I'll feel proud of myself, and I'll feel like a leader.
Aw, that's amazing. You really are so wise for so young. You're a part of this next generation. So we saw, I came up during, the Bia Mosquito was kind of coming up, and she's someone like you who started training as soon as she could walk, pretty much, right? And so I find that people that have kind of started as young as you have, jujitsu kind of just becomes a part of them, like their movement, right?
Yeah, it feels like it's just your life, and you can't just stop going without it. And when I when I wanted to quit, I was like, you know what? I still feel like I want to still do jujitsu because I was so used to it.
Yeah. And it makes you happy, right?
Uh-huh, it's really fun.
What
And
else does it give you? Does it give you, I mean, you have, I don't know, you're so young, but you have amazing self-confidence, and knowing who you are. But what are some other things that jujitsu's given you?
it's teach me a life lesson about not quitting, and it's real, and everything's important, and no matter what, you'll always win, even if you don't even get that gold medal.
That's awesome. I know something that a topic that impacts kids your age is bullying, right? And it was
Yeah.
around in my age too, but unfortunately bullying is just something that's been there. What would you
Once
tell a kid? Oh, go ahead.
um I once I had this kid bullying me because I was
Oh
running in
no.
rain boots, and
Uh-huh.
they thought it was disgusting. And
Oh,
then my dad taught me a lesson about when you can just always stand up for yourself. And this was in first grade. And I always felt bold after that.
nice. So what would you tell other kids that maybe don't know how to defend themselves, that don't have jujitsu yet? What would you tell them on what are the benefits of jujitsu if they're being bullied? This is something that the parents can hear as well. What are some
I would
things that you would help that would help them?
I would say like you know what, you could just stand up to them. In jujitsu, you should probably go in because it'll teach you to not quit, and and it also teaches you to stand up to bullies, right? And like
Mhm.
I'm always like it's like and like I'm like feel good about it, and like I feel like a strong and like a leader to do that.
Excellent. Well, very cool. Well, I'm going to close out with one last question for you. And if you have anything else you want to add, you can add it as well. But so where are we going to see you in the future? Are we going to see you out there, doing ADCC? What are some of your big, huge goals? Like, if you can have anything in this world, what do you want to see happen? What is your future in jujitsu?
Win ADCC, and like I know I can win, and like I can feel like I can do this, and and like I know I can be in ADCC winning that gold medal or that gold trophy.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited. You probably have like what, maybe another 10 years or so before you're able to get there, but I think you're going to get there undoubtedly. You have so much confidence and such great self-esteem, and you're only 7 years old. Like, how is that possible? So thank you so much for being on today. I know you're very confident and comfortable in front of the camera, so you did fantastic. And it was a real pleasure talking with you. Is there anything else you want to say? Is shout out to the world of girls and geese? Any message you want to say to other girls out there?
Yes, always keep trying and do your best, even when you just um and like just be the hero of your own story.
Aw, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you to you. Thank you to Dad. Thank you for everybody for letting you be on today. I really appreciate your time, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you out there. Awesome.
Thank you.